Thank you for joining us for this special report at noon. I'm Nydia Hahn along with Jillian Mealy with an update on the mass shooting on South Street in Philadelphia.
We have been following this breaking news all night long. 3 people are dead and 12 others wounded after gunfire erupted in the Queen Village neighborhood. At least 2 gunmen are still on the run at this hour after police say they fired into a crowd of hundreds.
Here's a look at exactly where the shooting happened in the 200 block of South Street. After the gunshots rang out, people in the crowd ran, terrified, down the block.
Officers nearby saw the shooting unfold, and one of them, we are told, fired at the suspect. It is unclear if the suspect was hit.
We have been following this shooting all night long and have team coverage for you this afternoon. Becca Hendrickson has been focusing on the victims who were taken to 3 local hospitals.
But let's start at the scene of the shooting with Sharifa Jackson, who joins us live with the very latest. Sharifa.
And police, they say hundreds and hundreds of people were here on South Street during the time of the shooting, which can be expected, especially on a Saturday night. The weather was good, but as you can see now, the area is bouncing back rather quickly. The businesses are reopening. People are in and out of the restaurants and the stores. People are walking their dogs. But police say that this all began when multiple shooters were shooting into the crowd, and we're hearing from neighbors who are just saying there's a lot of commotion from what they saw and also neighbors and what they heard. Police say they're quick to action. An officer who confronted one of the shooters, the officer was reportedly 10 to 15 yards away from the suspect when the chaos began, and Inspector D.F. Pace says it prevented even more people from getting shot or injured. And some neighbors, they tell us that the amount of gunfire and the screams was terrifying.
It went on for much longer than I thought it should go on. It's at that point you question, what is that? You're not sure it's gunshots when it goes on, as long as it goes on. But there must have been 30 shots, I heard.
There were hundreds of individuals just enjoying South Street, as they do every single weekend when this shooting broke out. So this investigation is fluid. There are still a lot of unanswered questions.
And one suspect was last seen running down American Street, and police, they confiscated 2 weapons, they say, from the scene. Now, right now, they're still working to find out more information and especially find a motive why all of this began in the first place. They say that investigation is just now beginning. They're focusing now on surveillance video. We have been seeing officers going inside of most of these businesses trying to see if they had any. We know at least one location here does have video that shows this particular block between 3rd and American with some very clear video, as they said, and police say this will be key as they move forward. Nydia.
Sharifa, thank you. Let's switch now to Becca Hendrickson live at Jefferson University Hospital, where some of the victims were taken. Becca, we know that trauma unit there was overwhelmed, and you have seen distraught family members throughout the morning.
I've seen distraught family members. You're right, Nydia. People coming out here hugging each other and crying. But I've also seen some hope from other people as well. I actually spoke with one of the victims who came outside here on crutches. He was shot in his foot, and he says he has an entirely new outlook on life after that. He said it was traumatizing overnight when the chaos started down on South Street. Like I said, he was shot in the foot. He was brought here to Jefferson Health, and he's now recovering.
We had a lot of shenanigans, a lot of teenagers out there. And what happened is that you had some, sick maniac. I don't know who it was because my back was turned, and started shooting at everybody. Some people made it, some people didn't. Me personally, I see 2 people, die right in front of my face. So.
John Johnson told me he just feels so grateful to be alive. He's thankful that he was able to make it to the hospital. He was one of 10 people who was treated here at Jefferson Health overnight. 4 were treated and discharged. Unfortunately, 3 are deceased. 3 are in stable condition, according to officials here at Jefferson. Sources also say 2 of the people who died from their injuries were a 26-year-old woman who was shot in the rib cage and a 22-year-old man who was shot in the back. A 3rd victim, a 34-year-old man shot twice in the stomach and twice in the back, was pronounced dead at Penn Presbyterian, according to sources. Inspector D.F. Pace also said that 3 more victims were treated at Temple University Hospital. That is a total 15 people who were shot, and more people could have been injured in the chaos on South Street with so many people, hundreds who were out on the street that night. You can see back here live at Jefferson Health, there is still police presence at the hospital. That is as there are still patients who were part of this shooting inside. Again, 4 people being treated and released, 3 in stable condition inside Jefferson Health right now who are recovering from their injuries. Live in Center City, Becca Hendrickson, Channel 6 Action News. Nydia and Jillian.
Becca, we appreciate the update. Mayor Jim Kenney issued a statement about the mass shooting. It reads in part, "I know this shooting has shaken many people in our community. The safety of our residents and visitors is our top priority. We cannot accept continued violence as a way of life in our country. Until we address the availability and ease of access to firearms, we will always be fighting an uphill battle."
For the very latest updates on this breaking news, you can head to 6abc.com. We will have all of the information there for you, and later today on Action News.
Thank you for joining us for this special report. For Jillian Mealy and the entire Action News team, I'm Nydia Hahn.